There's a monster under my bed, and at my window there's a dragon. I accepted the challenge, it turned me into a savage. I broke a promise to myself again. I don't know why I am so vulnerable. They try to help, but I won't let them in. I guess rock bottom's where I'm comfortable. Both my feet planted when most people would have panicked. I embraced the storm. I found beauty in what was damaged. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman. Instead I look at him like he's a friend. There's not a monster out there in the world that's scarier than the one that's within. There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Not to say this, no, but I'm hated, so my religious freaks say I'm the biggest beast and that I made it grow. When I spray this flow, I created more. Creatures are like when I heat up the mic, I'm a breed of the night, but I'm tainted though. By the darkness I'm binded, I sparked it and shined it. They find it cause mine is woe. But that they label me a demon seed, wanna disable, need to see them bleed, hinder me fatally and see them grieve, no. You would not believe the creature inside me. If you deceive, Khalifa's lively. We disagree when people defy me or try to take his. Whatever the fuckery toward them, you don't wanna wake this. You forsake his with a sacred, then it's over no matter what your faith is. I'm a creature.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Yeah, I managed to get myself in trouble, all of this pain. Yeah, I'm down in the double dose of liquor's always to blame. If I could keep myself sober, I keep my hands to myself. I take a shot and it's over, that's how I end up in hell. I hope I don't pass it down to my offspring. They get everything from their daddy, feel like I'm addicted to all things. There's no reason to change, gone too far now. And I'm stuck in my ways, back at the bar now. They say I'm a virgin, they right, I ain't perfect, alright. So when I'm thirsty, I'm perking and purposely searching for something that's hurting me. So I just can't pack up and go, I just back out of it slow. That's how it go, I think to back out the hole. What next like I don't know. I think they be laughing at me, hands be grabbing at me. Feel like God let it happen to me, dad be blasphemy, and these be a dab it naturally. I think I better let it go. Either that or I gotta let it know. And I can't do that.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
One second, y'all. I just spilled coffee on my damn foot. One second, y'all. I just spilled coffee all over my damn foot. Okay, how's this sound? It sounds like an echo. I might have to use my other mic. This thing fucking going crazy on me? Do you guys hear an echo? I'm not going to be able to use this mic. All right, I'll use my other mic. 1 second. Is this one better? Now I got to switch to my earbuds. Just give me a second. Does that sound better? Okay, this is going to throw me all off. First of all, I just want to say I'm pretty rusty. I haven't even been on in a while, but I've been deep in the Diddysphere. I got to shut this mic off. I've been deep in this whole Diddysphere stuff. And okay, so just tell me if it does that weird skipping stuff. That's the problem. So I've been deep in this Diddysphere stuff. I know a lot of you have. And also, okay, some of you, what's up, Debbie? Jess, and thanks for the couple of super chats. I mean, I was just kind of joking around because I've never tried that and I didn't even know if I did it right. I've made my 100 pennies a couple times over, so thank you. That was very much appreciated and funny also. So thank you two for donating, Cat Lady and Dodie. And there's a couple. All right, so there. I just want to say I know like everyone doesn't get along, and there's a couple people in here that haven't been around and stuff, and if you don't like someone, I guess just block them. But can we just try it? Because I just want to talk about this Diddy stuff. Because I wasn't even gonna do it, but it's actually I better put a trigger warning up. It's pretty bad shit. Like I haven't even. Let me see. I don't even remember if I know how to use all this shit. I was actually gonna cancel my StreamYard. I'm thinking of looking into other stuff because it's more than doubled, and I think that was pretty rude of StreamYard to do that. Let me see. Trigger warning. I think I do have a trigger warning in here. I'll just use this one. This one's already done. That'll work. Because it's pretty horrific. Let me see. Did he got there? Let me switch over here. So again, bear with me. I'm rusty. I haven't used this. I don't think I've been live in over a month at least. 10-4, 10-4. And again, I'm going to depend on you guys to help me out with the sound if it gets wonky or anything like that. And let me see if I have all the stuff I need. No, of course I don't. I might have to play music for 1 second. Just grab one thing. Let me see what I got here. Do I have any old classic things I can play? I don't want to play that one. Oh, I know. I'll do my fair use thing. I'll be right back. I just gotta grab something. Panel disclaimer. Enter the panel at your own risk. Views expressed by each panel guest are their own and do not reflect the channel owner's views or thoughts. We are all individuals and hold the right to our own opinions and views. Those rights include the right to express them. If you have a disagreement or issue with someone or something someone says in the chat, take it up with them. Do not lump all people here as one. There is no Captain Save-A-Ho on this panel. I do have a few simple requests. No talk of children or family members. Do not attack mods. No doxing. If you bring up someone on the panel that is not there, they have the right to come up and address you. If you do not wish to speak to a certain person on the panel only, make it known. During open panels, I generally let up most that hit the link. If you wish to only talk to the current panel, again, make it known. Please don't complain later if others come up that you have an issue with. Please, no racism, homophobia, or transphobic comments. This is weird. I feel like I didn't even make that. Did somebody... Chaotic, are you in here? Because I don't remember the little hearts and stuff. I didn't put hearts on there. Did you make that for me? Thank you, Peachy. Woo! Yeah, every time you guys send me $2, I already passed my 100 pennies. I was looking for 100 pennies. Oh, where'd traders say? Hi, mermaid. I'm just scrolling back for a minute before I get into this deep stuff. Oh man, I missed traders comment. Hi, traders, wherever you are. Okay, oh, there you are. I freaking love cream of wheat. But my family thinks I'm crazy because I usually, when I eat cream of wheat, the way I do it, and I just have to say this, I get the cinnamon brown sugar one or the maple brown sugar, and I only eat it with 5 packets. I make 5 packets at a time. I make it lumpy, cook it in the microwave, and then I add milk to it. And that's how I do cream of wheat. And they all think there's something wrong with me because I eat 5 packets, but that's how I like to do it. All right, let me present the screen. I had to take time to take screenshots off of the Pacer, the website, where I get the information from the courts, straight from the courts. And they wouldn't let me share it or download it, so I had to screenshot it and send it all and then put it in a file. So I hope this is going to work. Let's see. I was trying to test it out a little before. Now, let's see. Looks like it's not showing. Is it showing? I'm trying to see if it's delayed. Okay, I'm going to have to move my little thing off of there. I'm going to have to make myself smaller. I didn't realize that. This is annoying. Now I have to change my layout. Just give me a second. Okay. Is that better? Yeah, that'll work. So there were 4 cases actually dropped this morning. One of them deeply disturbed me and made me sick, and I actually said to myself, I don't even think I should play this. I know a lot of people are going to be talking about this today because every day it feels like new lawsuits drop from this freak of nature. But I was actually sick. It made me sick to my stomach, just what happened to this one man. So we're going to refer to that man as John Doe. And then there's another woman, I'm going to just call her Jane Doe, as filed in the lawsuit. But there were actually 4, but because I'm having problems with the Pacer website on my phone and getting in, it's actually it's a very hard website to navigate. But I joined a while ago and I have to, they charge you, you have to put your card in to be able to access these documents, where a lot of YouTubers have these court documents, but you have to join, and if you exceed a certain cost then they charge you, but they're like 10 cents each. Well, whatever, it's worth 10 cents. But I grabbed 2 of them because I was having problems on the website. So with the Jane Doe one, let's see what happens with that when I touch it. I don't usually share from folders, so this is kind of weird. So I had to screenshot each one, and I'm going to try to do it like file sharing. I mean, like a slideshow, if that works. This one I didn't print, so I'm going to try and make it bigger. I printed the second one, the really disturbing, the one that happened to the John Doe. But I'm going to attempt to... Okay. Looks like there's a delay on my phone. You guys can't see that on there, can you? Oh, that's horrific. It's not showing. Do you guys only see each little picture on the left-hand side? Because I have the whole document up on the screen, and it looks like it's not showing. That's dumb. I don't usually have to share like this. I wish I had it in a PDF. I'll just read it. I'm sorry it's not showing on the screen. Let me try again. Actually, I want you guys to see this. That's not fair. Let's start again. And then if there's any experts in the chat that share this way before, please let me know, because it's not working here. I want to share right here. Let me try that again. I'll try to share directly from the images. Please bear with me, my rustiness. We're going to get into it. Let's see. Maybe if I do the whole screen right there. No, that's not the one. Oh, great. Now my dog's going to bark. I'm going to try the image right here. Share. I might have to mute out for 1 second while my dog barks at the Amazon guy. I'm sorry about that. We're going to get into this. Actually, what I had to do was take a screenshot of each and every page, edit each and every page. Oh, 1 second. I don't want to hurt your ears. You're in stash. Just waiting for my dog to shush. 1 sec. He's really extra pissed today at Amazon. Sorry. Are you done now? Can I continue? Are you going to let me do this? Are you done? Okay. All right. It looks like it's up there now. And the problem's going to be when I try to scroll. I'll figure it out. So we're on the Jane Doe case right now. I didn't actually read this whole thing, so we got the trigger warning on there. And I'm going right to page 14 on this because that's where, all the pages 1 through 13 are basically all the prior cases that are already in action right now, and a lot of court talk. So we're just going to get right into the factual allegations, as on number 36 at the top right here. 1 second. We will get through this. Okay. On or around July 4th, 2004, plaintiff, a 17-year-old model at the time, attended a modeling gig in Manhattan. Afterwards, she was approached by two men in a dark SUV. The men gave her a flyer for a party happening later that evening. Plaintiff decided to go to the party and dialed the number on the flyer. Shortly after, a car picked her up and a friend and brought them to the party. The party turned out to be one of defendant Combs' infamous 4th of July parties at his estate in the Hamptons. Combs' Hamptons parties regularly attracted A-list celebrities from across entertainment, fashion, and business worlds, and this one was no different. The event was lavishly decorated, featured live music performances, and boasted top-tier food and beverages, an atmosphere of opulence, luxury, and full of celebrities. Okay, so I didn't need to read that part, but anyways. Many surprising, unsuspecting individuals like Plaintiff were recruited to attend these parties. Some of this recruitment, as with Plaintiff, took place in Manhattan. When Plaintiff arrived at Combs' staff at the front door required her to hand over her purse and her cell phone prior to entering. Plaintiff recognized numerous celebrities in attendance as she walked around the party. Servers circulated through the rooms of mansions with trays of drinks, and Plaintiff decided to have one. Shortly after drinking it, Plaintiff began to feel lightheaded and disoriented. Based on information and belief, Combs, by himself or through his agents or employees previously, now we're going to have to try to make this smaller so I can get, I just got to figure out how I'm going to scroll through this because now the StreamYard's blocking it. The little thing right here. Get out of here. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. I got it off the screen. Okay. Based on information and belief, Combs by himself or through his agents and employees previously laced the drink with drugs, including but not limited to GHB or ecstasy. This behavior towards plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents, employees drugging unsuspecting victims in order to make it easier for Combs to assault that person. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. A photograph of an exemplary container used by Combs and or his agents and employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks as seen below. Oh, look at that. It's like a little ampule. Okay, Peachy. As she grew increasingly disoriented, plaintiff searched for a place to sit. She stumbled to a couch and promptly lost consciousness. When she awoke, plaintiff's underwear was missing, and she felt throbbing pains in her vagina and A area. At this point, plaintiff was alone, and she could not find a friend who had accompanied her to the party. Oh, Lord. In a state of panic, she began to hyperventilate and cry. Combs and two of his bodyguards approached plaintiff and threatened her. Combs told plaintiff that she would be in danger if she spoke about what had occurred, stating that he ran New York and he would ruin her. At this point, plaintiff recognized that at least Combs had assaulted her while she was unconscious. She feared for her life. Plaintiff was coerced into agreeing not to contact the police in exchange for the return of her purse and phone. She agreed out of fear of what would happen if she did not. Combs' security team then escorted plaintiff out of Combs' estate and into the car, dropping her off at the Hedges Inn in East Hampton. Plaintiff was taken to the hotel alone, and she did not see her friend again for 2 days. Out of fear of retaliation, plaintiff did not file a police report or seek medical attention. In the aftermath of the assault, plaintiff experienced and continues to experience intense emotional pain and mental health issues, including PTSD, depression, and anxiety. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as if fully set forth herein. By forcing S contact onto plaintiff, defendant Combs committed a crime of violence motivated by gender under the Victims of Gender-Motivated Violence Prevention Act, as defined in New York Administrative Code 10-1103. The requirement that the crime of violence he committed because of gender or on the base of gender and due, at least in part, to an animus based on the victim's gender is satisfied because the defendant Combs forced plaintiff to engage in S interaction without consent. Moreover, Combs' long history of violence and S abuse against women evinces a deep contempt and desire for domination over women. The Combs business enabled and conspired with Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender because Combs S assaulted plaintiff at a party related to or referencing Combs' business. On information and belief, Combs' business routinely committed S assault and gender-motivated violence as detailed in other civil lawsuits to further the business purpose of Combs' enterprise. Given Combs' long-standing pattern and practice of committing S violence against young men, the Combs business had and or should have had knowledge of Combs using such parties and venues for this unlawful conduct and did nothing to stop it. I just want you to know I'm actually missing chat. I apologize because it's like I'm deep into reading this. So if I need to know something, just let me know after. I'm sorry about that. I'm trying to glance every now and then, but it's pretty deep. All right, let me see where I am here. That might be the most of that one though. The Combs business enabled and conspired with the Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender, failing to, among other things, protect plaintiff from a known danger and or have sufficient policies and procedures in place to prevent S assault and or train their employees on identifying and preventing S assault. Given Combs' longstanding pattern of practice of committing S violence against young men, including on premises owned and or operated by defendants, the Combs Corporation had and or should have had knowledge that Combs was a danger to the plaintiff and did nothing to stop Combs. The Combs business enabled and conspired with Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender by failing to properly supervise. See, I didn't even think of that they'd go after the whole business, and it seems like some of his employees participated sometimes too, as that will be in the next part. That might be the whole meat and potatoes of this one. Let me see. Let me skip over here. Okay, I'll just skip down to the 58. As a result of defendant's actions, plaintiffs suffered damages in an amount to be determined at trial and pursuant to the fee shifting provision of the statute. This legal action has been commenced with the statutory time frame provided by the 2-year look-back window for VGM VPA claims. See New York Administrative Code 10-1105. Wherefore, plaintiff respectfully requests that the judge be entered against defendant as follows: awarding compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain, and suffering, family and social disruption, and other harm, amount to be determined at trial. B, awarding punitive damages in an amount to be determined at trial. C, awarding attorney fees and costs pursuant to any applicable statute or law. D, awarding pre and post judgment interest on all such damages, fees, and or cost. E, attaching any and all defendant's real property and other assets located in the that's my dog squeaking in the background. Assets located in the statute of New York pursuant to Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 64. All right, that's that one. And this was dated November 19th. So this one just dropped. That's just one I grabbed. But then let me see if this goes right to the other one over here. I might have to switch over here. All right, how do I let me do escape to get to the other one. Ooh, that was deep. I think I'm going to just have to open a tab again to get to the other one. The other one's a huge trigger warning. I'll try to catch up on some of this in here because I feel horrific that I'm missing a lot of your chats here. Oh, actually, this one I have printed with the little bit of paper that I had, so I might just try to scroll along on it, but I'm gonna read it from paper because that would be easier for me, if I may. And then I can always scroll through it so people can like do screenshots or whatever if that's what they're trying to do. Just give me 1 second so I could grab the paper that I printed. Hey, Shannon, Katie, Lily, all y'all. I'm sorry I'm missing your chats. It's a lot of stuff to read. But basically I came on because as you can see in my title, 4 new lawsuits, like every single friggin' day, dropped today. And I was able to get 2 of them. The Pacer website was very difficult. It's sort of like a database of all courts where you can pull documents and you put your card on file and you can pay a little fee. I'm having trouble. They won't let you download. I'm having trouble on my laptop getting these documents, so I was able to screenshot them from my phone because it wouldn't let me download them. It's probably like a security thing for downloading. But 1 second so I can pull up the other one. Because this could traumatize people. So there's a little warning on that one. 1 second. The next, I'm going to get right to the page that I need here and skip the court talk. The next victim is a John Doe. It's a male. I did double print on cardstock because that's all I had. So I'm going to skip the stuff that's on all of these filings and get right to the victim's statement, allegations. Probably should have had this ready. I thought I was going to be able to scroll a lot easier, but I'd rather read it from the paper because it's easier for me. Just got to see what page it starts on. I don't understand how he ruled the way he did, and he's literally Satan on earth. Like, it sounds like he just grabbed victims every day and thought he was above any human's life, no respect for anyone, and just like violated people every day. That's what it really feels like when you hear about all these people's story coming out. It's absolute insanity that someone could get away with this as long as he did. There's even been allegations from some people making statements that he had cops paid off and everything, like to, so he could get away with shit. And I wouldn't doubt it. When you have that much money, money talks. Money can get you everything. Just trying to skip the court stuff here so you don't have to hear all the court talk. It's on every single filing. It talks about all the previous filings, so I don't want to read all that court stuff because I just read a lot of court kind of stuff. Okay, this is double-sided, so that's where my problem is right here. Okay, we got the factual allegations. It's actually on page 14, so let me just try to get to page 14 for anyone that's actually going to be zooming in or anything like that. When I turn the page, I'll try to turn the page in case people are going to be zooming in on this later. Oh, it's not showing again. I forgot how I did that last time. Let me see. I think I have to do something to make this show. This is not something I usually do, so just please bear with me. I don't usually do it in this kind of a way, so it's kind of tricky for me to share the screen this way. But I want some people to be able to see it if I could figure it out. I'm going to figure it out, dude. I think I have to do the entire screen. That's how I did it. Come on, dude. Figure it out, dude. Well, that didn't work. Let me try again. Just dropped by itself. We will get there. We will get there. I think this might be what I'd like right here. We want page. Yeah, this is the one right here. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, let's see. R. Kelly. Actually, you know that I was listening to one of these Diddy channels in the Diddysphere, and somebody made the allegation that some of the stuff on R. Kelly was actually Diddy getting R. Kelly drugged up like he does to people to compromise them so he can take pictures. So he gets his little pictures and puts them in his bank of I'm going to save this file to ruin you later. And that they're so inebriated they don't know what they're doing, kind of a thing. And then he takes the picture to frame them so that he can blackmail them into doing anything he wants. And this one person I wish I could remember the channel, of course it's all just alleged, that made the statement that he was framed in some of it. I can't say, I didn't follow that case, close enough or anything like that, but I wouldn't doubt anyone could be framed by this psycho. Okay, so we're going to get into the factual allegations. It's number 36 on page 14. If you're looking at the screen, let me get this little thing off of there. And bear with me in scrolling and all that stuff. Let me just see if it goes. I know I need to. It's weird. I have to scroll backwards. I just want to get it set up so I know where to turn it for you guys that are reading on the screen. Okay, I'm going to be reading on the paper. Here we go. Trigger warning. This is a John Doe. In the late 90s and early 2000s, Plaintiff was a male actor regularly traveling across the United States for auditions and roles on stage and screen. After finding out about a role playing a police officer in a music video, Plaintiff exchanged phone calls with a female casting director in New York. In October 2001, oh wow, this is a long time ago, He traveled to Manhattan to meet with her. Excited for his big break into music videos, plaintiff booked a room at the Hotel Newton on Manhattan's Upper West Side and arrived in New York City the night before his meeting. The next day around 2 p.m., plaintiff reported to a hotel along the south side of a Central Park as instructed by the casting director. He checked in with the reception, who directed him to a suite near the top of the hotel. Plaintiff was met there by a casting director and a muscular, middle-aged African-American man who indicated that he worked for defendant Combs and appeared to be Combs' assistant or bodyguard. Plaintiff recalls approximately a dozen others in the room as well. Oh, Debbie, thank you for $4.99. I don't even know where all my stuff is anymore. I'm rusty, Debbie. I can't find all my stuff. I wonder if they changed stuff in here. All my videos are gone. Or they're in a different spot. Actually, yeah, I can't play the tiger thing right now. It's gone. But I got you. I got you. You're going to get that when I get back to that. Okay. Appreciate that. Okay. Also, I want to say before I read on, because there's allegations made against a bodyguard, I'm wondering what the hell bodyguard they're talking about. Could they be alleging this is Gene Deal, or could it be a different bodyguard? They don't say in this allegation here, but I bet you they're going to look into it because this guy's alleging that one of the bodyguards did this too. So we'll carry on with this. 38. Combs' bodyguard told plaintiff to make himself comfortable on the couch and began asking questions about plaintiff's background and his fitness routines. Shortly after that, Combs arrived and introduced himself. The bodyguard informed Combs that plaintiff was the white guy cop for the cop role. That's what they were looking for. Let me just take a sip of my coffee 1 second. They were looking for a white cop to play a bodyguard. I mean, yeah, a guy to play a cop in a music video, allegedly. So this guy was all excited, thinking he's getting his big break. You know, he's coming to an audition, all excited. Combs began asking the plaintiff more questions about his experience and lifestyle. He asked plaintiff if he was in New York with anyone or if he had any friends there. That's kind of sketchy, don't you think? Asking if he's with anyone. That shows intent right there. Plaintiff said no to both questions and indicated that he was just there for the audition. Combs told plaintiff to stand up and take his shirt off. While plaintiff was standing there, Combs asked him if he was, let me turn the page view up here, comfortable with potentially doing nude scenes, and then asked him to turn around. While he was turning, plaintiff heard Combs say, "He'll do." Combs then told plaintiff he could sit back down. Once plaintiff sat back down, the casting director offered him an alcoholic drink, which he declined. She then offered him a Diet Coke in a glass, which he drank, but noted that it tasted strange. That's what they all say. It seems like what he did for freaking like decades. It's insanity. Okay, let me find. I just lost my spot. 1 second. Okay, noted that it tasted strange. At this point, plaintiff realized the casting director was the only female in the room. The conversation continued regarding the music video and shooting schedule, but as time passed, plaintiff began to feel dizzy and nauseous. He asked to use the bathroom because he felt like he might pass out. Shortly after that, plaintiff did, in fact, pass out. It's going to get a little dark from here on out, guys. Trigger warning again. 41. Based on information and belief, Combs, by himself or through his agents/employees, previously laced plaintiff's drink with drugs, including but not limited to GHB and/or ecstasy. The behavior towards plaintiff mimics a pattern of Combs and his agents/employees drugging unsuspecting victims in order to make it easier for Combs to sexually assault that person. Unfortunately, plaintiff was one such victim. A photograph of an exemplary container used by Combs and/or his agents' employees to insert GHB into alcoholic drinks is seen below. And that's what's in that little picture there. It appears to be some sort of little ampule, like it's like they carried around pre-dosed little ampules so they could just assault people. They just go around assaulting people. Freaking insane. It's just insane that these people that work for him too also did this. And they all need to be charged too. He's in jail too, but he might have, those people can say they were scared of him or whatever, but some of them participated allegedly. So if they're allegedly participated, then they allegedly need to be charged too and face the music. That's what I think. Okay, 42. Plaintiff came to a twilight state, still dizzy and nauseous, but semi-conscious and disoriented. As plaintiff tried to get his bearings, he realized he was laying face down across a large ottoman with his head and arms hanging off of one side and the lower half of his body hanging off the other. His pants were pulled down to his ankle and his shirt was pulled over his head. He felt a great deal of pain and realized, as he looked back, that he was being sodomized by Combs. His vision was blurry, but he recognized Combs' chest tattoo and the large gold chain with a jeweled cross on it that Combs was wearing during the interview. Plaintiff tried to fight him off, but felt dizzy and sick whenever he tried to move. Additionally, Combs' bodyguard was holding Plaintiff down by the arms. So there you see that, I mean, that guy's, whatever bodyguard it was holding victim down. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I haven't heard anything in the news about anybody else being charged, but I think they need to be if they participated in some kind of group A assault, S assault. Okay, 43. Plaintiff recalls hearing a few other people in the room laughing and talking and seeing what appeared to be camera flashes going off, but could not see anything directly at this point. 44. When Combs was finished, he and the bodyguard stood up and the bodyguard started putting a condom on himself. Plaintiff tried to get up and move quickly, but immediately felt another wave of dizziness and nausea. He could not support his own weight when he tried to stand, and he passed out again. 45. When he came to, he was being held in a kneeling position by a Caucasian man who was sitting on the couch in front of him and orally sodomizing him. It even gets worse, guys. Trigger warning more. It's still gonna get worse. Plaintiff tasted metal and believed some sort of device was holding his mouth open because he tried to bite down but could not. Plaintiff later discovered he had a broken molar requiring repair and a partial denture. The man verbally humiliated plaintiff while assaulting him, referring to him as I don't know if I can say the F word on here, an F and a pussy boy who liked what was happening. Plaintiff recalls the brutality which this man forced himself into plaintiff's mouth and throat, and plaintiff passed out again from lack of oxygen as the man ejaculated. The next time plaintiff came to, he was on the floor and completely naked. He was more coherent at this point and could clearly see others in the room engaging in various S acts and drinking and or smoking. Sounds like they were having some kind of freak orgy. Combs and the bodyguard remained, but plaintiff no longer saw the female casting director. Embarrassed and violated, plaintiff tried... Oh, I gotta turn the page. Embarrassed and violated, plaintiff tried to cover himself up and started looking for his clothes. Once he found his pants, shirt, and shoes, he ran for the door without his underwear and also without one of his prized possessions, a commemorative leather jacket he got from working as a stuntman on the film RoboCop. You know, that movie traumatized me as a kid, RoboCop. Anyway, plaintiff never saw that jacket again, and as he ran out, he heard someone near the door laugh and say, "Hope you had fun." 48. Plaintiff made his way downstairs and managed to make it to the sidewalk before breaking down. It was near dusk at this point. A doorman asked plaintiff if he was all right, and plaintiff responded that he just needed to get back to his hotel. The doorman helped plaintiff get a cab and returned to his room at the hotel in Newton, where plaintiff vomited and cried all night long, replaying the trauma of what had just happened. He feared others' disbelief in or perpetrators' retaliation if he told anyone. He changed his return flight to the next morning to get home as soon as he could. Once back home, plaintiff tried to put the event out of his mind, but was reminded of it when he painfully defecated a used condom and realized he was bleeding rectally. So when he got violated, that came off the person that was doing that to him and got stuck up in there. And when the bleeding didn't stop for a couple days, plaintiff visited a local clinic and then a proctologist who repaired plaintiff's anus with a laser procedure. Plaintiff also ended up having to purchase false teeth to replace the two that were cracked as a result of the incident. Plaintiff came to in a twilight state, still dizzy and nauseous, but semi-conscious and disoriented. As plaintiff tried to get his bearings, oh, wait a minute. I must have printed the same page twice. My bad. Okay, wait. What page am I on? 14. Or what was I just reading? My bad. Just give me a sec. I think I printed one of the pages twice. Where am I here? I just made some kind of mistake. Just give me 1 second here. Okay, I already read that part. Just got a little technical difficulty here. A little error in my printing. I think this is where I need to be right here. Page 18? Yeah, page 18. In the aftermath of the assault, plaintiff struggled with intense emotional pain and mental health issues, feeling disgusted and deeply depressed. Plaintiff has experienced a significant impact on his personal life. He is never married and often struggles to maintain relationships due to the assault. Plaintiff describes himself as an all-American guy, yet acknowledges that not a day goes by without thoughts of the traumatic incident. Plaintiff hereby incorporates each of the foregoing paragraphs as fully set forth herein. 55. By forcing S contact onto plaintiff, defendant Combs committed a crime of violence motivated by gender, once again under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Act, as defined in New York City Administrative Code 10-1103. The requirement that the crime of violence be committed because of gender and/or basis of gender and due, at least in part, to an animus based on the victim's gender is satisfied because defendant Combs forced plaintiff to engage in S interaction without consent. Moreover, Combs' long history of violence and S abuse, again, men evinces a deep contempt and desire for domination over men. The Combs business enabled and conspired with Combs to commit the crime of violence motivated by gender because Combs S assaulted plaintiff at a party related to or references Combs' business. On information and belief, Combs' business routinely committed S assault and gender motivated. You guys might need to let me know when I'm back. My alarm went off, which knocks my sound off. Let me see. Let me know when y'all can hear me. Test, test, test. My sound went out. Y'all let me know when I'm back. Check, check, check. Okay, thanks. Oh man, I didn't even know. See, I wasn't planning on having to use my phone mic. So now it's actually kind of low. Okay, give me 1 second here. I gotta figure out where I was here. Gotta regroup myself here. So basically, we were talking. I think we were on 56. Yeah, that's where we were. Of him, I'm gonna go back to the next page. Page 19. We need. Sounds like mostly some more lawyer talk. I'll go to 58 here. I mean, this alone, I feel like he's screwed with this. This guy literally had to have his butt repaired by a proctologist, and he had to have false teeth made because they cracked his teeth. They literally used some sort of contraption, like I'm assuming like some sort of ball gag type thing, to keep his mouth open because he said he couldn't even bite down. So they jacked his mouth open with something so violently that they cracked 2 of his teeth, which he would have documentation and that he had to get teeth repaired too. He's got 2 things documented that he had to get repaired and pay for. I think this is a slam dunk case right here. That's just my opinion. This is absolutely hideous and disturbing on so many levels. It made me so sick when I read this, and I hope that I didn't make any of you too sick. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's going on. This guy thinks he was untouchable for decades, and assaulting people violently like this, participating in group stuff like this, having his bodyguards participate. Can you imagine? Like, it's just so disturbing. I think this is more of the gender stuff. That might be it for that. I'll see what he's seeking here. Let me see. He's never gonna get. I mean, this guy's never gonna be the same, regardless of what he gets. That's what I think. It's absolute torture. This is so violent and horrific. And the guy said he's not even ever married because of it. And I imagine he will have trouble with relationships for the rest of his life. He's scarred because of this. And that was just one day of fun for them, laughing about it and saying, haha, hope you had fun. That's their attitude towards it, and they just ruined the guy's life forever. And they sounds like they did this on a daily. There's no thought for human life or feelings or emotion or anything. This guy is literally Satan, in my opinion. They don't even give a shit about anyone. The people working for him, what's wrong with them too? You can say you're scared of Diddy all you want, but you held the man down. You took your turn with the condom and got it stuck up in the guy, and then you choked him out till he lost oxygen with your metal whatever contraption. That was the bodyguard that did that to his mouth. So that guy was doing it too. You can't say you were scared of Diddy and that made you do that. Nope, not gonna. I don't think so. Not to me. So, the plaintiff respectfully requests the judgment be entered against defendant as follows, awarding compensatory damages for all physical injuries, emotional distress, psychological harm, anxiety, humiliation, physical and emotional pain and suffering, family and social disruption and other harm, in an amount to be determined at trial. B. Awarding punitive damages in the amount to be determined at trial. C. Awarding attorney fees and costs pursuant to any applicable state statute or law. D. Awarding pre- and post-judgment interest in all such damages, fees, and or costs. And y'all, that's just the two that I got. There was two more. There was two more. There was 4 dropped today. If the website was a little more cooperative, I probably could have got more, but I mean, that was enough for me to handle right there, just 2 of them. And that's just today. Like, and actually Diddy had court today. Today was the date, his 3rd attempt at trying to get bail, which I don't think that was going to go over well. Oh, I got Amazon again. You might hear a dog bark. Thank you. You could leave it there. Thanks. I'm just waiting to see if my dog barks. You might be in the backyard. Oh, you might have missed it. Thanks. Gotta love me some Amazon. Okay. Hey, Ash. Let me see. Ash says, been watching people work for him speak out recently. One of them played a soundbite from leaked audio, and whoever it is, you can hear his mouth stuffed with something. Oh, that's gross. Yeah, some of the news places are claiming they have some of the videos now. I'm trying to think. Daily Mail, I think, says they have one of the freak off tapes. You know, those are going around on the black market, of course. They're not going to be able to play any of them, but they can talk about what's in them, allegedly. I mean, I heard of, there was one channel I was listening to at the beach last night, and they were reading another case where they rented out a house. Combs and his friends rented out an old house, and they told the guy that owned the house they were renting this old historic mansion for a party. And I think, I'm trying to think who his friend is they were renting the party. It wasn't Meek Mill. I don't think it was Meek Mills, but I wasn't prepared. Otherwise, I would have looked it up. I didn't prepare to talk about this or anything, but what I'm getting at is when they talked to the owner of the house, they said, we want to update the door locks and we want to bring updated smoke detectors in. And the guy's like, oh, I already have smoke detectors. No, we like to bring our own. And as soon as the guy said that, it went right off in my mind. Those aren't smoke detectors. Those are hidden cameras. Why else would you need to bring in all new smoke detectors for a party when you're renting out a house? You were bringing in friggin' smoke detector hidden cameras. That's what that shit was. I guarantee that's what that was. You can get shit like that. Why would you do that? I don't think it was the jeweler. I can't remember. If I had been prepared to talk about it, I would have looked it all up and everything. But there's just stuff like that flooding the internet right now. It's hideous. What is wrong with this guy? It's absolute insane. I could probably find more on the jeweler. I wonder if I could find some other. Let me see what I can pull up here. I bet all the lawsuits are flooding all over YouTube right now. I'm just taking a little glimpse here. I wonder if Pascal talked about it yet, or It Mel. He might have the other ones, It Mel. He might have all 4. I just had trouble navigating the website. I think he might be Luca. I'm trying to think now if it was the Julie. You got me thinking, Ash. Let me search P Diddy news and see what comes up. Can you imagine that poor guy? I just can't stop thinking of that. Like, what the frig is wrong with people? How do you enjoy making someone have to get surgery on their mouth and butt? That's fun to you? Then you're got to be of Satan. There's a lot of people claiming that he practiced voodoo and he learned it from who was it? Another female. I don't want to say quote J Lo. I don't want to quote Beyonce, but he learned it from another high-profile female, and he practiced black magic. There was another talk that he, within the last couple days, that he sacrificed a bird at another party, and he had to kill the bird and all kinds of other weird stuff, voodoo stuff, to get out of stuff, and conjured demons and stuff like that. And I'm wondering if some attachments were on there. Hey, Cranky. Oh, okay, all four of them. The one that got me the most cranky was that the man that had to get butt surgery and his teeth. Like, I don't even need to hear anymore. It's so bad. Oh, this guy over here. Let me see if I can pull this one up. This was kind of interesting. Let me see. I might be able to play this because it's 5 minutes. This is the federal judge smacks down on Diddy prosecutors. This is an ex-mob enforcer that actually did time there. He kind of talks about on the inside and everything.
And
it's
the hubbub
insane.
over the raids
It's
and
beyond
the
our
contraband and the
comprehension.
surveillance has made me even more curious about what goes
man, I need
on
my
in
charger.
those cells.
I might need to get my phone charger.
During raids or otherwise. So I'm pleased to welcome back someone who knows a lot about it. Gene Borrello was an inmate of Unit 4 North, same one Diddy's in. He's a former organized crime associate.
Actually, let me just stop that for a minute. Can you guys hear this? I want to make sure. Just let me know if one person if you can hear it, and I'm going to run and get my cord.
Who spent a total.
Oh, hey, Zep. Zep, this has been pretty crazy stuff. I just read the 2 of the new lawsuits that dropped. It was pretty bad. Now I'm just playing random clips. I'm going to run and get my cord.
13 years behind bars at various facilities. Gene, good to have you back again tonight. So I wanted to get your reaction to the hearing today. The feds get material that they found during a raid, that the Bureau of Prisons found during a raid, and then the judge says, yeah, can't use it. Yeah, you're not supposed to take that stuff. Are you surprised?
No, I'm not. I mean, the judge is always going to do what's right. You know, at the end of the day, if the law is the law, he's going to go by it. But at the end of the day, inside, you have no rights, really, unless the judge rules on that. You know what I mean? They're going to rate yourself regardless if they want or not. They just come in and they ransack you. They don't have to explain why. They just do it. So if they take things that they feel could be evidence, they're going to take it.
I was super surprised that his lawyer said in a filing against this that Diddy's got a locker. They said he has a locker in which he can put his legal papers. Have you ever seen anything in 4 North looking like a locker for each inmate?
Yes, we all have lockers, but here's the thing. When they come and search your cell, you have to unlock it. I mean, that's just what it is. They have every right to go inside your stuff and search it because a lot of people hide things in their legal mail because they feel like you can't go in there, but they still go in there. They hide drugs and weapons in there and all kinds of stuff. So they have every right to go through that.
I just want to say, Tartan Tilly, I think he's being extra. I think they're being extra careful with him in making sure he's not Epstein because of the scrutiny in the Epstein case. People are already expecting it, and they don't want to get any lawsuits. So I think he has extra protection right now because of that. Because everyone's been expecting that since he went in there.
So the way that the feds say it happened is that Diddy has a bunk, and on top of his bunk was a manila folder that said legal, and then some other stuff like a things to do journal and some other papers. And they said they didn't touch the manila folder that said legal. They just shook it to see if there were drugs or contraband in there, and then they photographed the other stuff. And now the judge is saying they can't have any of it till they sort through a lot of it. The feds even said they put it through a filter team to make sure it was, safe stuff.
Woohoo, Zep! I made so many pennies today. Thank you. I've never tried that goal button. I just wanted to make 100 pennies. Y'all have helped me out. Thank you. Thank you.
I got to ask you about the bed, though, because I've been reading about the bed, and I'm going to show the viewers. I got my son when he was a kid, was in karate, and this is his karate belt, and I measured it, and it's exactly 1.5 inches thick. And I'm told that the mattresses
Oh, 1 second. Diddy's two sons? I didn't know anything about them being in jail. Is that something that happened recently, Debbie? If that did, I'm very surprised I missed it. I feel like I'm always lost in the Diddy sphere. If you can't find me around, I'm probably in the Diddy sphere. I'll have to look into that, but I don't think so. I think at least one of them will be charged in the future because there's already been allegations on one of them.
Are 1.5 inches thick? Like that's it? Is this your mattress
No.
when you're in there?
No, it's not
No?
true. No, it's not true. They're a lot thicker than that. And actually, when you have money there, you could buy extra mattresses from other inmates that have like when people leave, they leave you a mattress. So you'll have someone has 3 mattresses laying on this thick. So and they can
I didn't know
actually
you
make
could
it
buy
if
a
you want.
mattress.
They create anything and they could sew it together. They can make you a pillow, anything. You could pay the inmates to make you things and they'll make it for you. So he probably has a bed this thick and the pillows and everything. Yeah.
If I was in
but
jail, I
pillows,
could
that's
make so many
So
pillows.
this is another rumor and some press that's been out there saying that you're not allowed pillows in 4 North. Is that not true?
I could sew
All
so
right,
many pillows and get
when they
rich.
make the pillows and they do a search, they will take it and they just make them again. That's all it is.
What do you make them with?
Cotton.
I'd
They
be
get
like
the
the Martha
cotton, or
Stewart
they
on
get
the cell block.
certain material, soft materials, and they sew it into like a shirt, and they make it into like an actual real pillow. It actually works.
Does everybody pretty much have one of those, or just the lucky ones?
Yeah. No, usually everyone has one. Yeah.
Huh. What about like chores and stuff? Are
Ramen
you,
noodles is
in
currency
4 North,
there.
Every inmate have to do chores and have a hierarchy or anything like that?
No, there's nothing really to do in there. You basically just lay around all day. There's no chores. I mean, if you want to lay in your bed all day, you can lay in your bed all day. There's no movement really. The only time you move is either a visit or you go to medical or something like
Yeah, I'm
that.
gonna
That's
give
it.
all
Other
these
than
out
that, you're not
now.
moving around the building. You're not allowed to. Nobody in our facility, nobody in our dorm could work in the regular facility.
What
that
about
over with.
TVs? Is there just one for the unit and everybody has to
Ooh.
decide?
So there's 2
There y'all
sides. So there's
go.
going to be 2 TVs down over here, and there's going to be 2 TVs down over there. It's a big dorm. So you're going to have people that sit in the back that watch the TV, and people that sit in the front that watch the TV.
Okay, quick last question. Since Thanksgiving's coming up, did you ever spend Thanksgiving behind bars? And if so, do you think
Because I have to stop this and talk every now and then. Have you guys heard this? This is the guy that, he's going to give a little insight on the jail and talk about how some of the male inmates flirt and have fake relationships with some of the female inmates. And they can't even like fully see them or anything, but they somehow get into these weird relationships. It sounds pretty weird, but I guess they need to do something. I'd be
DC
sewing
is
my
going to have
pillows.
any kind of Thanksgiving meal for the inmates?
Yeah, they always do. On every holiday,
Ooh, have
they
fun,
give you,
Debbie.
special meals. They do. Yeah, Thanksgiving they
Is
actually
it
give
any
you a
good?
decent meal. Yeah, actually, it's not that bad for jail. It's not that bad. Yeah.
Not that bad for jail.
But I
Like
do
what?
want to
What's
say
in
one. They'll give you turkey. They'll give you like cranberries. They'll give you a regular Thanksgiving meal.
All right, 10 seconds left. You wanted to add something. What is it?
Well, that's good because it's not his regular chef, and Diddy's going to be getting that jail Thanksgiving meal, whether he likes it or
They'll
not.
never give him bail. Never happening.
Yeah, I kind of have.
Once again, his bail hearing is today. I don't know if it's happened already or not. I guess I'll be looking for that. It would be cool if it happened while I'm live. But his emergency hearing was yesterday where he claimed he was violated because they did a jail raid. But that jail raid was pre-planned before he even was arrested. So they're going to look stupid on that one. And yeah, they went through his stuff and they went in with cameras and everything. So I think the lawyers are trying to make it out more than it is. But the jail, it sounds to me like from what I heard, the jail covered themselves. They went in there, with body cams and everything. And the stuff that said legal, they didn't take his legal stuff. It was labeled legal and it went through a whole filter team. So they didn't try to steal his stuff, and do anything wrong. But there were some alleged notes that were supposed to be for his lawyer that he claims was legal talk, and they're not supposed to touch that. That violates his rights, even though you don't really have rights. They can kind of do anything they want. But the judge, I guess yesterday said they can't use some of the material, but it doesn't matter. I think there's pretty much enough out there. I mean, look at the case I just read earlier. He's screwed no matter what. That all happened yesterday. You think he's getting bail today on his 3rd attempt when he's been using people's phones, using other inmates' phones, third-party calls? He's not getting bail today. Hell no.
I kind of have.
He's just wasting. I think he's just those lawyers are just sucking all his money. He's not going to get anything.
Idea as well.
If
You ain't getting shit.
Listen,
Except
Yeah.
Thanksgiving turkey.
If he does get bail, that means he's helping them. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
That's usually it.
Super.
That's how it
Gene, I
looks.
could talk to you for hours. I said it last night. I'm going to say it again tonight. I'm calling you again. Thank you for this. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your screen. And don't forget.
I thought that was the one that talked about them. Let me see if I can make it smaller. I thought that was the one where they talked about. Oh, let me see what else is here. Anonymous celebrity is suing the Texas lawyer representing Diddy. Let's see what we can find here. Ooh, okay.
In the meantime, let's go back to...
This says judge orders prosecutors to destroy Diddy's jail cell notes found during the raid. I think that's only going to be a portion of it because they didn't touch the envelope that said legal. They were trying not to screw up anything with the case. I just don't think it's going to be much. Whatever they got that they can't use, I think there's plenty more. Look at how many people are filing against him. You ain't getting shit. Again, except for Jailhouse Turkey.
New York City. Want to get some updates on the case that is unfolding there regarding Sean Diddy Combs. These were the courtroom sketches.
Cold turkey.
Just today, we're turning our attention now there, the sex trafficking case against Diddy.
Look at these sketches. The one thing that I can't stand is that we can't see video. I want to see video on the inside. Why can't we see what's going on? I don't like these cases where we can't see shit. Just like the Abby and Libby case. I wanted to see the inside. I wanted to see the Richard Allen stuff. Why is it a big secret? Why can't we see video? Why can't they tape it and then let us see after? I feel like it's our right to see this shit. Stupid.
And the possible resentencing of the Menendez brothers in Los Angeles. We'll get to that in just a moment here. But let's focus our efforts on New York. We want to get to these headlines in both cases. And we're going to do that.
Oh, also, that former mob boss guy that was just talking, I saw a clip of him last night, I think, when I was on the beach, stating that he did some time with one of the Menendez brothers. Oh, wait, it was Michael Franchese on the Michael Franchese show. That's what it was. He did some time with one of the Menendez brothers, got to know him well, and he said that one of the Menendez brothers opened up to him about the abuse he suffered as a kid. So it was pretty interesting that they knew each other, and he was, kind of hoping that they get bail and everything. I don't know what's going to happen, like time served. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but I'm interested in that case. Hey, Nancy. Diddy and his lawyers lied to the judge. He was told that Diddy wrote legal across the top of those papers, but the photos do not show it. He added the word, after the raid, allegedly. Oh. It's not going to help anything, I don't think. Whatever they have to allegedly not use or whatever. I know that they probably looked foolish after some of the accusations they made against the raid team, but the raid team also had a filter team to make sure that his rights weren't violated in the stuff that they took. So if he's lying about stuff, they're lying about stuff. I'm interested in seeing that. If you got a link, I'll pull it up. I'm just playing a couple random clips just to chit chat a little bit because I already read the stuff that I had. It felt like it was too early for me to end.
And Nima Romani, former federal prosecutor and legal analyst, he joins us.
Oh, but also, if you missed it and you came in late, do rewind to where I read 2 of the allegations that dropped that were filed just yesterday, and they're pretty bad. Pretty freaking sickening.
Nima, good to see you, and thanks for being with us here. You were tweeting about the Diddy case today. There was an emergency hearing called this afternoon at the courthouse in Lower Manhattan, the judge ordering the prosecution to turn over its findings from a jail cell raid, Diddy's jail cell, just yesterday. What were the contents of those raids?
Well, apparently, according to the defense, they're legal documents. The government saying no, on the contrary, they're just some handwritten notes and a calendar. And what the judge did, Judge Subramanian, is he ordered the prosecution to destroy their copies. He kept copies, and he's going to review them in chambers or in camera. And one of 2 things will happen. Either the defense is right, and those are privileged materials, in which case they will not go to the prosecution, or the prosecution is right, and they have nothing to do with the legal case, and the government will get copies. It's only 20 pages. I don't think it'll take the judge that long. But I think the media is reporting this as some huge win for the defense because the government has to destroy their copies. They may get copies of those documents in a matter of days. So I think it's premature to say that this is any type of victory for Sean Diddy Combs.
I don't think it's anything. They also found all kinds of other shit. They also found material that. Did y'all see that video put out where his family was staged around a birthday cake and they did a jailhouse call and they videotaped it and they put it on social media? They found notes suggesting that that was planned. That whole thing was staged to gain sympathy of any potential jurors. So he's already trying to affect jurors. That was a ploy. Like, and it made me think, yeah, if you're having a birthday and you're talking over the phone, yeah, why did you have to post it? That was to look good and like a family man. Not going to work.
Really, the only victory today was the judge said that he doesn't have to be shackled during the pendency of the proceedings in court. So I think that's a big win for him.
All right, yeah, Nima, I was going to characterize it as some type of victory for Combs. You kind of disabused me of that notion. Is it only because this is purely temporary, to your point, whatever was recovered there from the cell, these notes, the prosecution will eventually get their hands on? The judge just now saying for now they cannot.
That's it. You know, if it is privileged, of course they won't. But if it really is what the prosecution says,
it's not
that has
all
nothing
of them,
to do with the case, or even worse, it's actually evidence of witness tampering, because we all know the attorney-client privilege, there's a crime fraud exception. You can't use your lawyer to perpetuate a future or continuing fraud or crime. So if the documents are...
He was also using his lawyer to make third-party calls, which he's not supposed to do.
Or what the government says they are, they're going to get them again. And again, it's just going to be a matter of days, because I don't expect the review to take that long. So whatever victory the defense has is only temporary unless those documents truly are correspondence, letters, notes regarding legal advice pertaining to the sex trafficking case. If it is, then obviously the government can't have access to that. So we'll know very soon after the judge, Subramanian, conducts his review.
So after that review, is it up to the judge? Is it the judge's determination to essentially say Diddy was involved in witness tampering with the production of these notes? Who has the ultimate say on that?
So there's a few things going on. First is the privilege issue. The judge will decide whether the documents are privileged or not. If they're not, they're going to go to the government. If the documents are not only not privileged, but they're evidence of witness tampering, then a few things can happen, all of which are bad for Sean Diddy Combs. First, of course, he could face obstruction of justice charge in a super indictment. Now, I'm not saying that's necessarily going to add a lot of time, especially when he's facing racketeering, a sex trafficking, and prostitution counts already. But obstruction charge
and all kinds of jail violations, like using other inmates' numbers and having money put on their books from other people, like at least 8 inmates using their numbers to make phone calls, and they're all recorded. He also had himself a burner phone, and that's all recorded. And I think that was a setup, that somebody got him that phone on purpose, just so they could keep collecting more evidence. It's like it just sort of fell in his lap. I mean, you shouldn't be talking when you're in there like that, you know? I think the feds play dirty, and that was a whole setup to get him to get that phone, to see, you know, just so they could get some more information. I want to know what kind of stuff is on there. But we know they listen to it and it's all recorded, so I think that'll come out eventually.
charges could be bad for the case, and this is why. Diddy's really only defense here is that the sex acts were consensual.
I'm trying to think if I know that channel. Do you think you could drop it in the chat? Oh wait, you don't have a wrench. Hold on a minute. Let me see if I can get to my channel here. Wait a second. There we go. Okay. I gotta go back over here. A little rusty. I haven't been on here in a while.
Oh, if the jurors hear evidence of him trying to blackmail, intimidate, bribe, pay off witnesses, or threaten them, that's all very bad evidence that's going to come into the trial. And of course, Diddy's hope is that these witnesses show up and do a 180, or even better.
And he was already caught paying off a witness, and that's all in some of the stuff they found in between his calls and his written documents in the raid. They found out that he already had funds transferred to a woman to lie. And I think she's going to get in a hell of a lot of trouble.
Don't show up at all. So if the jurors hear him trying to dissuade those witnesses, that's going to be a big problem. But setting the case aside,
Wonder how
the
much
tampering is also bad for his chances to get out on bail on Friday.
Oh,
and of course, he loses phone privileges entirely. Can't be making three-way calls or using other inmates' phone numbers, make those types of calls that violate the rules of the MDC.
So, but from what I understand about his ruling today, whatever is contained within the notes of Diddy's, that will not matter. It won't be consequential to the hearing Friday, that they won't interlinked. You're saying?
Well, government's try to argue that.
I wonder what time. Does anyone know what time the hearing was today? Or
the witness tampering happened, and even if they can't,
I got the link all set up. I'll put that on next.
Evidence of using these pack numbers of other inmates, three-way call, trying to make calls to family members. A former federal prosecutor, I believe, when prosecutors make a representation, they have the evidence to prove it. So even though if it's not these 20 pages, we'll see what they bring to that third bail hearing. But these are allegations they made in the second bail hearing. If we recall, apparently one was apparently in time, course of a day or two. That's a problem.
Oh, Friday.
What
I thought it was
you're supposed to do
today.
About the integrity of the proceeding.
So, but Neba, former prosecutor, you were part in this case, and you and your already the contents of the notes. How do you put face the two?
You can't. So what you're supposed to do, and this is something every prosecutor knows, and I hope the prosecutor in this did it. You're supposed to look at the document until the privilege review has
with the
already.
Wi-Fi computer.
And what you do is you use a team, filter, a dirty team. But these are agents that have nothing to do with the case. They're going to conduct the review. If it's arguably, they set it aside. They don't go to the actually on the case because you're the lawyers who are working on the case, reviewed privilege. They're going to get disqualified from this case. It's a huge problem. So hopefully, prosecutors right thing. Kept this information
closed
separate.
Captions on, my bad.
Team and actually.
Okay, so I asked this out loud in the room today. I heard Diddy jail cell had been raided. You need some type of probable cause or warrant in jail cell for whatever reason here. Help me answer that question.
Well, I will say the lawyers made it out that it was a targeted thing. And again, it's already been proved that that whole raid was pre-planned before he was arrested. So not going to work, lawyers. I'm going to switch to this, and I hope it doesn't start the skipping shit. Let's see. Let's make sure that's on. I got the closed caption on. If it starts acting wonky out, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to play some of this. I think I've seen this girl before. I think I watched one of her clips actually yesterday, but I don't really know her channel well. Let's see what's going on here. It says, Diddy tried to trick the judge. Court demands answers. This is just a short 9-minute video. Let's check it out.
Diddy. Number one filing, it's docket number 76, and it is clarifying what we didn't exactly know yesterday, which is, yes, the prosecutors on the case have been ordered to destroy copies of certain notes that they took pictures of during a prison sweep. Well, the filter team, though, that was called the taint team, the filter team still gets to retain a copy of it. And it's going to end up being very important because the very next filing, docket number 77, is
I was wondering.
Astounding.
Okay, let's talk about that for a second because I don't really know this creator. What's going on here? Is this some sort of like earbud thing that looks like ears? Is that what this is? Those are earbuds or a headband? I think I need some ears.
Here it is right here. It's literally one page, and it is an order from the judge. The judge writes 2 very short, very clear paragraphs. And he says, in Mark Agnifalo's letter to the court from yesterday, Mark Agnifalo said, quote, a government investigator took photographs of several items, including intact pages from 2 different legal pads. And
Maybe it's kind of her thing to wear the airs. It sounds like you said she wears them all. She has all different ones. But I can't talk. I dressed up as a friggin' eagle and a tiger, so there's that.
Agnifilo also provided some ripped out pages of other legal pads.
Soon to
The
be
letter
rumper.
also described the legal pads in detail and argued that they were privileged, right? Remember, we read it just yesterday. Mark Agnifilo is arguing these letters are privileged, in part because on top of the legal pads and notes, Diddy had a folder
Yes,
that was
Melissa.
marked legal, which put anyone on notice that everything along with the folder marked legal is attorney-client material. At the November 19th hearing, Agnifilo presented the court with an intact legal pad. Remember, we watched this live, and I was like, oh, y'all, this is not good. If the notebook says legal on it, like, oh, it kind of gets harder for the government to say that they didn't interfere with his lawyer-client confidential communications, et cetera, et cetera. The judge said Agnifilo presented the court with an intact legal pad with legal written on the binding. Mark Agnifilo stated the legal label on this and other pads showed that they were clearly protected by attorney-client privilege. And y'all remember, don't forget, the judge made a decision of sorts based off of this representation by Mark Agnifilo. So Mark Agnifilo has his the actual folder in his hands, right? And he's like, look, Your Honor, it says legal. And then the judge made a decision. The judge ordered the prosecutors to destroy those notes. The judge said he would not even consider those notes in Friday's bail hearing. And so, yeah, the judge did take it very seriously that Mark Agnifilo was presenting to him that the government was in possession of legal materials. If you're having trouble understanding that, I did do an hour and 40-minute live stream yesterday. You should go watch that. But then the judge starts the second paragraph. He says, the court notes that the sealed exhibit to government's brief at docket 72-1. Okay, so the government offered their exhibits, right? We didn't see it, Exhibit A, it's sealed, but the court can obviously see it, the judge, and the judge says, hold on. The government's exhibit that they actually provided, it doesn't say legal. It doesn't say legal on there. It includes pictures of 2 intact legal pads taken at the time of the BOP sweep. There is no writing on the binding of either pad. I think what he's talking about, I don't have a legal pad on me, but you know those legal pads that are bound up at the top and it's like a paper binding up there at the top, it's kind of glued together, but then there's like a extra piece of like waxy paper up at the top. I think Diddy had wrote legal on the top of there, but on the exhibits, the actual pictures that the government actually has, it doesn't say that on the pad. It doesn't say legal on there. And if you remember during the live stream yesterday, if you were here, one of the things that Inner City Press reported that the prosecutor said was, yeah, Your Honor, that might say legal on it today, but we don't know when he wrote that on there. Remember? So the judge says, at the scheduled hearing on Friday, November 22nd, that's coming this Friday. That's the day after tomorrow.
You dirty, dirty dogs.
His actual bail hearing. Diddy's lawyer, it says defense counsel, that's Diddy's lawyer.
This sounds like lawyers are tampering with evidence. You can't, hell no. How could you even morally be this dude's, well, it's all about money, I guess. I was going to say be their lawyer, but how could you be a lawyer for this bunghole perpetrator?
Should be prepared to give the court further context the legal label the court was presented with at the November 19th hearing.
She put the noise in there.
Best be prepared. Address why this label does appear on photographs in the court's possession and why it wasn't addressed in Diddy's submission to the court made just a few hours before the November 19th hearing. Now, this is really alarming to me because this order right here, it's an order. It's an order ordering Diddy's lawyers to be prepared to answer these questions, okay? Because the order immediately before this, I mean, they might have hit the docket within a few minutes, a few hours, could have been the same time. When I logged in, I saw that these both had been updated today, uploaded today. So
also, I want to say what I heard about this yesterday and everything I learned stated that when they went in there to do that jail raid and sweep, They were using cameras, like body cams and stuff, so that they couldn't be told they did anything wrong, and they had that whole filter team. So that would prove that those things didn't say legal on them. Why would you even try this shit? Oh my lord.
Oh, the judge already
You
ordered the
nasty.
prosecutors to destroy the pictures, the files that they have. But he ordered that based on, in part,
The
Mark
lie.
Agnifilo saying that the legal pad said legal on them.
Mark, why are you tampering
Okay.
with evidence?
Now, I don't know why. I expect Mark Agnifilo to try and explain himself by saying everyone knows a legal pad is called a legal pad. So they should have known anything a legal pad is legal.
Yeah.
Is that argument?
You think?
I think you should be disbarred. I mean, that's like the greatest I've ever heard. Stupid. But y'all, Mark Agnifilo presented the judge yesterday in court with a book that's legal too. Like, Your Honor, these say legal on them. And the judge stopped the hearing. Whoa, hold on.
Well, the
The
hell are rich
notebooks
for
say
something,
legal
you know?
on them? Let me see. Mark Agnifilo brings it up to the judge, hands it off to him. The judge looks at it and then makes an order for the prosecutors to destroy that evidence. Now, there is a hearing. Let me pull up that other order real quick, just because this is the docket number 76 and docket number 77 video here. Okay,
Was
here's the
there gonna be
document,
another
another
hearing?
order. This is docket number 76, the one that came online just before the one we just looked at, where it's like, you need to tell me about that legal. For the reasons stated at the hearing on November 19th, the government, with the exception of the filter team, must immediately delete the photograph notes at issue, pending the court's ruling on whether they are covered by attorney-client privilege. Okay. So it is going to just depend on a hearing. Okay. The government should confirm by tomorrow that the notes have been deleted. Based on the government's representation that the filter team has no involvement in either the grand jury investigation or this litigation, the filter team may retain copies of the photograph notes, but may not provide them to anyone else. Briefing on the defendant's application relating to these notes will follow in this schedule. Okay, so here's the briefing schedule. Diddy's brief has to be December 4th, government's response by December 9th, and then Diddy can reply to the response by December 7th. The briefs should include citations of cases supporting or refuting the relief. Finally, Diddy's brief on his renewed motion for bail is now tomorrow. He's going to be able to a reply brief for his motion for bail.
Trying to catch
about
all those
this legal versus not legal like designation is so far from the looks of it, me, and in my opinion, I mean, I don't know, because actually in the courtroom, we were just reading my tweets.
His daughter's part of the firm. Is that what you mean, Melissa?
It seems like be that Agnifilo be in trouble for than Diddy. Like, I think the judge may more out on Agnifilo and be like, don't, let this happen a freaking. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty huge yesterday that they told us the government took pictures of somebody's notebook as a legal. Well, apparently the government did no such thing because the pictures that the government has possession of do not go on the binding. Just wanted to keep y'all updated. That was docket number 76. 77. That's all I really had for right now. In the meantime, facts ain't defamation, and
Can't
neither
they
is
get in
reading
trouble for
public
that
docket,
shit?
girl. Love you, mean it. Goodbye.
You can't get away with that shit. I know they get paid big bucks for something, but damn. Ooh, we got another one. Diddy lied. Oh my god. There's so much on the Diddysphere. This is why you get sucked in. This is what happens to me and are you listening to this shit all day?
There are rumors going around about who it is.
Is that
I've
Popcorn
heard them.
Planet? Because I
I'm
can't
not
do
going to
hers.
say because I don't have anything to to confirm that this time.
I'm not sure I can play her stuff, but I'll check it out for a minute.
Person wants to remain anonymous. But there's questions now as far as like, is Busby going to have to kind of change his style of how he's doing this? Because if he's going to get sued by these celebrities, you might as well just put it all out there, like saying enough is enough. He's holding back on these names for a while, and I understand that he has to do what's in the best interests of his client and what they want to do. but I think change a little bit with the way that this is going. We need names. We need names. This is, but the statement from Diddy's lawyer: the extortion lawsuit against Mr. Busby exposes his barrage of lawsuits against Mr. Combs for what they are: shameless publicity stunts designed to extract payments.
We kind of don't have that.
Nope.
So it was whitewashed.
I found another one with Meek Mills. Let me switch. Did it switch? It says, update, P. Diddy, prosecution about to botch the case with a shady move. Meek Mills responds. I just want to see how long this has been on, because oh, it's already been streamed. Maybe I could just catch a little bit, just a few words. Let's see what we can hear about this. This could be interesting. I know I'll probably end soon, but I mean, let's just do a little sample. How about that?
Legal. Other one was yeah, the vanilla folder was labeled legal. Okay.
This is about what was
I'm gonna
the other
read
girl was just talking about.
What this letter is saying, that the prosecution is being underhanded because they took pictures that they weren't supposed to and gave the information to the prosecution. Now, in the picture, it shows there's no word on there that says legal. But when they went to court, it said legal. This is serious. This is serious because this sounds like proof. So even though, thank you, even though, that's way better. Yeah. Even though
why would a lawyer think they're going to get away with this?
What I'm saying is that they got caught being unhanded, trying to make the situation trying to do something that they are not allowed to do, and it's illegal. Okay, you're tampering with evidence at this point. This is.
I've actually never seen this creator before, but I'll just leave it on a sec while I get a refill.
It's the prosecution now. Now the crazy part is, don't need this evidence for Diddy not to get bail. Don't need it. I was saying earlier, everybody, since all of these attorneys, they want to get known for being on the Diddy order was put on it. They were doing interviews. You got people trying to launch their career. That would Ariel Mitchell kid. It seems black to me. Picture, no word written across of it. Actual evidence, the word legal appears. Carrie, did you want to say anything before I read this letter?
Oh, no, I'm good. I mean,
it's a hot mess.
No, I think this. I think, well, I'm gonna say this. I think both sides got to be careful. You get the money grubbers that do anything to any loophole to free Diddy. Then you get the other side so eager to prosecute him. I just like at a certain point, yeah, I feel like he's guilty. I want him to have a fair trial, because what if I'm wrong? Like, I don't want you to just come with bullshit to prosecute him. Make sure you do your homework. You know what I'm saying? Now, on the opposite side, it seemed like they getting caught up too, trying everything, and it sounded like they got caught. But go ahead.
Sounds like they got caught. Ariane Submarinian, that's the judge. So they wrote a letter to the judge, and it said, in his November 19th, 2024 letter to the court filed prior to the hearing, that said, defendant stated that a government took photographs of several items, including pages, 2 different legal pads, and out pages of other legal pads. That's tampered evidence. And you read this, Perry, because some of it's a little, does it say, oh, Dick, 75 at, oh. The letter also described pads in and argue that they were privileged in part because top of the legal pads and notes, defendant has a folder marked legal, which put everyone on notice that everything along with the folder marked legal is attorney-client material. At the November 19th, 2024 hearing, defense counsel presented the court with an impact legal pad with legal written on the binding. That the label on this other pads show that they were clearly protected by attorney-client privilege and should not be in the government's possession. That's so true. The court notes that the sealed exhibit to the government brief includes photographs of 2 intact legal pads taken at the same time of the BOP sweep. There is no writing on the binding of either pad. At the scheduled hearing on Friday, November 2nd, 2020, defense counsel be prepared to give the court further context of the label the court was presented with on November 19th, 2024 hearing, and to address why this label doesn't appear on the photographs in the court's possession and why it wasn't addressed in defendant's submission to the court made a few hours before the November 19th, 2024 hearing. So they're saying tomorrow, is tomorrow Friday?
Yep.
Tomorrow when they go to court.
No, I'm sorry. No. What is
it? What's today?
No, 2 days. We got 2 days.
And we go to court, we need to talk about this. How come the word legal wasn't written on the information on the folder that were labeled in court on the 19th?
Right.
This is cut and dry.
Right.
It's not good. They're going to botch this case. Going to botch this case because what they're doing, this is opinion, you guys tell me what you think. Thank you, Mary, for becoming a member. I appreciate it. The prosecution is doing is they're playing court of public opinion. I want everybody to know, they want everybody to talk about Mark, who is now part of the defense, he did the OJ case. Like, this case, credibility. It's just ridiculous. Something happened. First of all, we're not stupid. This was targeted. Call them when they go in the cells. Inspection. It's a targeted inspection.
Right.
You were looking for something specific. So somebody tipped you off. This is my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, and the crazy part, both sides is doing it. Now, if it was just a random cell raid and everybody got done that way, but it seemed like they really picked him out. Now, even if they had just picked him out alone, just state that. Look, we had a reasonable cause to go into his thing. Say that. Don't say, oh, just randomly. We haven't just run across these folders. But it's trying to do anything, like any chance they get a little more evidence. Let's go in his cell and see what he got in there. What we found. So they sort of forgot to follow protocol.
Yeah.
To the right part, right? But so that's on the prosecution side. Mm-hmm. But on the defense side of it all, I think they know they got a hell of a fight, and they trying to come up and find any opportunity to get it thrown out. Maybe they got this evidence, but what if we said those was legal documents?
No, Perry. I don't understand that part. Well,
okay. I'm saying this. They don't have a right to go through his legal documents, right? Right. It is. They talk, go sell, and they pull this shit out. Mm. Then they come and say, hey, evidence on your client talking to the defense team. They go, we switch this around and say.
So it sounds like there's some shady moves underfoot. If you just came in late at the beginning, I did read 2 of the 4 new cases that just dropped. I was able to get them straight off the court filing website Pacer, and I only got 2 of them because it was very hard. They don't let you download, so I had to, once I paid for the one I got, each copy, I think whatever they charge anyway, I don't care. It wouldn't let me download them. It's probably a security thing, so I had to screenshot them after I opened them up, and it wouldn't let me send them. So I was able to get it on here the best I could. But I mean, I only got 1 Jane Doe and 1 John Doe, and the John Doe one was absolutely horrific, hard to read. And when I first read it, before I even came on here, I was debating even reading it because it's so bad. It made me sick for a little bit, so it's like a bad trigger warning. But if you missed it and you want to hear the new allegations, it's every time you think he can't get worse, it's like it feels like every day there's new ones. It's like he seems like the worst monster on the planet. He's been doing this for decades. But yeah, it made me pretty sick. And of course, now there's a helicopter flying over my house. It seems like my Wi-Fi is McDonald's-ish. Mama T's taking over my Wi-Fi or something. I don't know. I don't know if I have anything else I should play, or I did see that if you want to, maybe I will end because my Wi-Fi is kind of wonky. I'm listening on my earbud. My sound was a little weird on the mic today. For some reason, it was kind of echoing, so I had to switch to my phone. But it doesn't seem to be coming in very well. I don't know if this is a StreamYard thing, but it doesn't sound like other people are having this problem, so it must be on my end. I don't know what's going on. So I might just end it, but if you're looking for somewhere to go, well, actually, let me back up. If you did come in late, if you want to hear the 2 of the 4, I only played 2 of them. I was only able to grab 2 of them, but I've heard enough after the one I read. It was hard for me to even read it out loud. I kind of struggled reading it because it was so horrific. I feel so bad for the guy, the girl, all of them, but this one particularly like gripped me because it was so horrific. We're talking about a guy who had to have rectal surgery, had stuff stuck in there. They broke his molars by shoving stuff in his mouth. It's real bad. It's very graphic. So I had a hard time reading it. It seems like when I talk on the mic on my phone it's okay, but on my end when I'm listening on the laptop, it sounds like the sound's kind of wonky, like it's going in and out. Is it doing that for you guys, or is it just on my end? Traders. Oh my God. Yesterday she cracked me the fuck up. Was that yesterday? And now she's been making little skit videos. When she ever dressed up as Kells Bells with that gray wig on and was puffing on, she actually had a real cigarette lit. That friggin', I was dead after that. I actually had literal tears all over my face because I was laughing so hard. I haven't laughed like that in a while. And I think she's dropped. Oh, actually, let me go check one of those out. I think she tagged me in one and I forgot to look. Let's see. We'll end it with something funny because that was horrific. Let's go check out one of her skits that she tagged me in. Gypsy, I don't know if you're in the bushes, but no matter what the issues are, you still fucking make me laugh sometime, okay? We all got our issues and... Okay, let's see. Maybe it's under video. Traders, you summed it up pretty good the other day when you said we're all mental for being on here. We log on for our daily dose of mental illness. Because why else do we come back to this? You know, you're fucking right. I guess we need that. We need our dose of mental. Where's the one she tagged me in? Don't tell me it's gone. I will find it. I'm determined. Oh, this is it. Because I remember seeing Gypsy tagged you in. Does Magnum become a mean girl? We have to play this. Let me switch it. We need something funny.
When are you going to have dinner ready?
I don't know if that was the start of it. Let's see.
When are you going to have dinner ready? I'm working on it. But I need to take a shower and I need a towel. I'm working on it. I'm getting hungry. Are you almost done building that fence? Last screw. Honey, where are the nails? Gosh, I haven't seen them in a while. We may need to send you to the store and buy some. Yeah, I'll go to the store. What are you doing still or doing that so I know? When are you going to be done with the dishes? I need my bath drawn. I'm working on
bath drawn.
Here's your coffee, honey. Thank you so much. Come here beside the apples. All right. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Help me.
I'm so glad you're happy. Love you.
I can't take it. Oh, shit. That shit's funny. Oh my god. Look at the Kells. Kells, I don't know if you're in here, but this
I don't give a goddamn how famous I am or whatever. It don't matter to me because I'm about dead anyway, so what I give a shit. I don't give a goddamn how famous I am or whatever.
Where do you
I don't
find
give
that?
a goddamn how famous I am or whatever. It don't matter to me.
Where did you find a pumpkin smoking cigarettes? What did you even type in a search bar to come up with this thing talking like that? Look at the teeth. We're all a little crazy here. Oh shit. Good friggin' Magnum. I think there was some more this morning too. Oh my gosh. I know there was some kind of dramas yesterday, but I left to go to the Diddysphere, so I didn't see what happened. I know I think Mama T did another live. I didn't hear about it. I heard that she was offered, somebody in the chat offered her. Sarah said, you can come on the panel. I heard she very roughly denied it and said, why would I come on that panel? I just want to say I wasn't asking you to. I wasn't begging you to. It was just a simple offer. Like, I'm not trying to get anyone on the panel. I don't care if I have a panel. I haven't been live in like a month. I don't even care. I was going to cancel StreamYard. In fact, I might look into the streaming company that Gypsy was using. She said it's $19 a month. I'm not paying $49.99. Nope. But I'm going to check out that because it looks just like StreamYard. I just got to figure out what it's called. But again, it's no. I'm not trying. I just want to make it clear I wasn't like asking anyone on. I was simply offering because I think you know even that I think you know inside Mom T that if you came on my panel, I'm not going to mute you. I'm not going to mute either one of you. That's all. And I think you know that I would be fair about it. And I was just offering if you want to argue it out, you don't have to go on mine. I'm not asking again. You're happy. You're willing. If you're willing to or you want to, I'd be happy to do it for you. That's all. I was just trying to offer that way. It could be someone else if you want. Maybe you want to go on Katie's. Maybe you want to go on Traders. I don't know. I was just offering, just a simple offer. That's all. I just wanted to make that clear. I'm just about to end here. Let's see. Rabbit says, I wonder if Mama T bakes a turkey on Thanksgiving. Now, that's a good question. Hello, Jody. So, Jody, yeah, I read 2 of the new documents that just dropped. 4 new charges, 4 new cases were filed. I was saying to just a minute ago to the people that came in late, if you want to go to the beginning to the 2 cases that I read out of the 4, I was only able to grab 2 of them. One of them particularly disturbed me a lot. I had a hard time reading it. It's just, I can't believe somebody on Earth is literally Satan, or I think he's Satan, like legit. Nobody goes around assaulting people every day and gets away with it for 2 decades. He's Satan. Absolute Satan. It was hard for me to read. It really was. Like I said, each time you think, okay, that you've heard enough, the next day comes and there's something else. How can anyone do this for so long and how is it just money? I think life was nothing to him because he just got to such a rich point that he had to get that next high in life and try out. I don't know how it was. He always like this? It sounded like he had a background that they grew up with not a lot of money and everything, and sounds like they even struggled a little. So I don't know how he became so evil, unless it's like a literal entity took over his body and possessed him. I don't know. I don't know what to think. Let's see. Oh, hello, Stormy. Yeah, if you want to hear those, and if you're ever following the Diddy stuff, I was able to get them straight off the court website today, hot off the press. If you want to, if you're interested in the Diddy shit, it's a wicked trigger warning, though. I'll warn you. It actually upset my stomach for a while after I read it. Before I came on the live, I mean. And again, just reading it again out loud was kind of hard to get the words out. Because I don't know how somebody could violate somebody like that. There's just no regard for human life whatsoever. People are like objects to him. They're nothing. I don't think he has a soul, or it's taken over. I think he's hijacked by demons. Or he is Satan. He has to be Satan. Satan on the earth. It's him. It's the most evil person ever. I haven't heard of anyone victimized by this many. Not that it doesn't mean it hasn't happened. I just haven't heard of somebody violating as many people as he has. And the one case I read, the guy's, excuse me, had to have anal surgery to repair his rectum by a proctologist, and he had to have teeth, fake teeth put in. He had to get dentures because they cracked his teeth. It was so violent. He was so violently assaulted by a group of people, including the bodyguard. Multiple people. Disturbing as fuck. Excuse my language, but it was. Take a close-up pic with your phone and see where it went at. Oh, the splinter? Is that what you mean, the splinter? Yeah, splinters suck. I used to keep some of that stuff that you can get at the pharmacy in my drawer in case I had a splinter, but I can't remember what it's called. It's like a black tar substance. If you can't get the splinter out, it makes the splinter sort of come to the surface. I wish I could think of what that was called. Yeah, or glue to pull it. Yeah, black heart. He's devoid of feeling. But it's weird. And then he has this set up jail call that he put on social media. He's having his son run his social media where, "Hi, Daddy, happy birthday," where all the kids are sitting around the table with the cake, making it look like a family man, talking to his children, and they're all so happy. Everybody was happy. That was staged. They found evidence of that in his cell during the raid. That was set up to potentially taint any jurors. So they would think he's, to play off the family man. That's how calculated he is. That was all staged. Freaking disgusting. You know that little clip, Stormy? You seen the one where the kids were talking to their dad, "Daddy, I love you," and the little one was putting her face in the cake, and it was so cute and made them look so happy. It was staged. Even I was feeling so bad for those kids, thinking how cute they are and how it sucks for them. That little toddler putting her face in the cake, I felt so bad for her when she was talking to her dad on the phone because she's completely innocent. She's, just sucks. That was so funny the way she just went all in. I mean, yeah, it made me feel terrible. And then to find out that it was staged, I'm like, mother effer, you tricked me too. Like, I thought that was legit. Even I got tricked, man. I bet some of you did too. I didn't give it any thought except it was just the poor kids. And that's what the goal was, to get people thinking that. It was calculated. But either way, they're still, the youngins are, some of them, I know some of them were following in the footsteps, but that little toddler in the cake got me, because now she's not going to have her dad forever, probably, likely. And she didn't do nothing. Not him, the kids, but yeah, I see what you're saying. He don't care about anyone else or think twice about destroying their body or anything. They're just objects, so who even knows what his feelings are to them? It portrayed that he loved them and everything, but I don't think he has any feeling for human life or respect for it. But anyways, yeah. So I hadn't been live in a while. I was thinking, I took a break from streaming and everything. Maybe I'll start doing more Diddy updates now that there's so much going on. There's been many times where I'm like, oh, I want to do that, and then I just start watching it on someone else's, and I don't go live. But I might practice on a private if I can get that. Try to get that other streaming service that Gypsy was using. I just gotta find out what it was called. She said it was $19 a month. It looked exactly like StreamYard. So if I look into it and figure it out, I'll tell you guys what that is for any of you guys that stream, because that's like half the price of the StreamYard now. You know, they probably are safer. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna be punished, Jody. I don't doubt that. Punished in the afterlife forever. Can't stand to watch those things. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's why I wanted to try to put something on funny at the end after all that. Isn't StreamYard? You know, if I switch that, yeah, but then I have to. For a while, it was I didn't want to give up all my cool little videos and my sounds and all that. Because if I switch to the free one, I think all my stuff disappears. You can't use anything. Like I would
Your
lose
pussy's
this.
too loud.
That's a classic. I don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose my cacaw. Cacaw! I don't want to lose my F off song, my chicken hairspray. Right? When you have the free version, doesn't all your stuff disappear? But, and you have 20 hours. For if I'm going to, I mean, it would have been a good deal last month or the last month because I haven't been live, but it's not like I knew when I was going to come back or anything like that. So, if I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But I got to figure out how to save some of my stuff or organize it before it disappears, you know. It doesn't let you save it, but if I have it all still in the folders, I'll just make a new one or look into that other account. I just got to figure out what it's called. I don't like using new software either. When you start getting used to StreamYard, it's the fear of the unknown, I think, in having to learn a new software and looking silly when you screw it all up. But it looked like Gypsy was using it the other night, and it looked exactly like StreamYard. And it must have been so similar that she caught on pretty quick, you know. I think it's like a copycat of StreamYard, pretty much. That's what it looked like. And that's probably a good gig for them if they did that, because they're going to get a lot of the StreamYard customers. When I logged in this morning, earlier to start this one, they did they asked me a survey, if I'm likely to recommend StreamYard. I put 0 for not. If I'm happy with it, nope. And then I put the reason for them doubling their price. They're going to lose a lot of customers to other. I was honest with it. Restream, I've heard of that one. But the one, like I said, the one she had, it was a weird kind of a name. It started with an E. Looked exactly like StreamYard, so I'm going to look into that one. Now, I did notice, and this time, if you're interested and you like that channel, I saw Lightning Chuck go live. I don't know if he still is. I don't know who else is live, but I'll try to stay more. Maybe do some more of the Diddy shit. I don't know. Whatever's popping off. Panels. Get on the panel. We do some get on the panels. And is anyone else having a live that they want to share? Traders, I'm sorry about the other stuff. I heard that. I caught some of that yesterday, I think, when I was on the beach. Your mom and stuff, I'm sorry about that. And if she's listening, I'm sorry about that. Kind of wish a lot of stuff on here would chill down on the YouTubes, you know? Oh, that's what it's called, evmux.com. Yes. Thank you, whoever just sent me that. Okay, I got the link. That's good. Trump's sentencing will be delayed until out of office. Oh, is that new news? Let me stop sharing this thing. Get my trigger warning down. I'm kind of rusty on all this stuff because I haven't been using it. I don't even know where. Oh, there it is. Take my ticker off. I just like looking at the water anyways. Yeah. Oh, I get it. I wish I could get. Let me see if I can grab that link. I already closed it, so I can't pull it up. It was like letter E, V, U, X. Oh, actually, let me search it real quick. Maybe I can find it. Then I can share it in here for you all to investigate. Because if I can help you save money, then I will. I found it. Let me grab the link here. Give me the link. Start now for free. I just want to find the link to share it. Just give me 1 second here so I can copy it. I got it. I'll check it out later on, though. I'm not going to look into it right now. I'm still working on my printer. It's being an asshole, and I want to take it outside and totally do the scene from Office Space with the baseball bats, like I already said, with the rap music in slow motion and beat the crap out of it. So I'm going to continue to work on that. I've already taken apart the whole thing, taken the print head out, tried the cleaning solution. It's still got breaks in it, but anyway. Traders. Did it work? Did the link work? Does it work when you click on it? Yeah, that's stupid. The devil is a lie. I might have to try DoorDash to get coffee. This sucks. I'm drinking some shitty coffee, so I'm going to figure that out. I kind of feel like having a panel, but I already talked about Diddy stuff, so. I'm going to have to add to the stage. Hold on. Why does this sound like this? Maybe I need a new microphone. Holy shit, that's loud. Can you hear me? Okay, my alarm went off and it knocked me off the other mic temporarily, so I guess I should end now. So I can't think of anything else to talk about unless somebody was up here and we were joking about stuff and we're not, so I don't know what to say. Or if I had something to do commentary on. That's what I like doing. I had to switch to a different mic, but earlier it was sound. Wait, test. Okay, there we go. Well, it's like a $30 microphone. It's been pretty good, the life of it. It just has a couple issues. Yeah. Where the hell? I think I gotta groom my dog anyway. I got a lot of stuff to do. I gotta make him look pretty for Thanksgiving. What are you gonna do? Demons? What? What you mean? Are you talking about the underwater people that live under the sea? I saw that pop up in my feed earlier. Oh, I'm looking into some really deep stuff. You want something deep? Let me drop that in here. If you have a minute to wait, let me find this channel I've been watching. I'm mind blown. It was all like deep alien and planets and all the races of aliens and psychic lady that sees all this. Oh, it's crazy. Hold on a minute. Sean Atwood's channel. Her name is Beverly. And she works with police and stuff too. Oh, she's got a show on right now. Nice. She's talking about the alien races. If you click on this, guys, let me get the link first. If you click on this and watch this and you're like the deep thought shit, then go to his description because he lists all her prior in order episodes of when she's been on the show. It is really deep, and it got me like all freaked out about different aliens last night, and I was afraid to go to sleep because of this lady. It got me scared to go to bed. But let me see on the description like all our other episode appearances on his channel. Wait, that's not her. Wait a minute. It's a different lady. Oh, it's the lady in the upper right corner. Beverly with the glasses. Beverly Rhodes. Let me see if it's on Ron's channel. He puts all the different parts of Beverly. Oh, there's her website. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull it up. I can't go now without showing you. I just want to share my screen for a minute. I'm totally going
And
over there.
thank you, Beverly, so much for inviting me on. And I
go right here.
Hopefully look forward to
watch
maybe
Bev
coming on
part
again.
1.
I haven't been seeing that. This has been really, really
She
an honor.
sees all
Thank
the
you.
attachments.
You are more than welcome anytime.
Attachments and demons to the people in Hollywood. Like she was rating J-Lo yesterday, and she sees this attachment on, what's her name there? Beyonce. And she even knows its name. She says it's called Celeste, so she refers to Beyonce as Celeste. And it's this lady right here. And once again, let me go down. This is about alien DNA and star people. It's really far out there, but I like this shit sometimes, but I also get scared. But right here in the description, watch Beverly's shit and be prepared to be like in awe. I might have to go to the beginning of this. Beverly Rhodes, that's her name. I don't know who this lady is. It's called ascensionthroughconnection.com.
I can say to Beverly, any friend of Beverly is...
It's Alien DNA, Star People, and Awaken with Beverly Rhodes, episode 2. Okay, let me see now. Let me read some of these comments. It's like really deep. But when everyone's asleep, and I listen to this at night, I was just afraid of aliens last night. Because one of them talked about a movie that ruined them as a child. And the name of the movie was The Star in the Sky. No, Fire in the Sky. And I'm like, oh, that movie ruined me as a child too. Why are you talking about it? And then he started showing scenes, pictures of it. And I'm like, I couldn't look at the screen. I'm traumatized from Fire in the Sky. And it's based on a true story, allegedly, of a guy that was abducted brutally by some aliens that weren't supposed to come here and all that shit. So, yeah, you need this in your life. I was thinking of showing this to Team Rose, actually. I'm not even joking. I still want to go back and watch all of her shit from the beginning because I haven't seen episode 1 and 2. But I've been sucked into the awakening, the Great Awakening, and all that stuff. And I like to listen to it when I'm cleaning. So I'm going to head over there. Let me go back over here for a second. Well, yeah. A lot of people have been saying that the gray ones, and she talks about the gray race, the race of grays. She said the reason they're scary and they do certain things is because they're it's almost like AI. They were created as workers, and she said they have no soul. So they just come for a purpose and do almost in a robotic manner. But the way they were created from her way she presented it as they're workers. Kind of very robotic. And she said they're not good because of having no soul. Yeah, me too, traders. And actually, she was on one of these shows last night. And Ron John, who's also on Atwood's, actually back over there, he was showing one of his clips where he did a spirit box and it got slapped off the wall. And they were saying that he's protected. They were trying to eat. They were saying they wanted to eat his face, but then they were arguing on the spirit box and saying, no, his soul's protected. I'm like, oh, I'm not even going to sleep tonight. Why did I look at this? Let me go back to that for a minute so I can find it. And I was totally thinking of Team Rose. Let me see if it's over here. But yeah, this might be up your alley too, traders. He does psychic remote viewing.
Huge thank you to Beverly Rhodes for returning to a much demanded part 3.
So Sean Atwood has another guy that works on the show. He does separate shows, but it's part of this channel. And his name's Ron John, I think. Let me see. Where the hell is it? Oh, maybe it's under. He does a lot of Diddy stuff too. Sorry, I like this channel. This one blew my mind. Air traders. Actually,
We talk about
people
trauma,
like
right? And we talk
Catlin,
about people
Ash,
who go
I
through
like
traumas,
this.
gaining.
They were explaining how you can get a crystal, not cut, not polished by hand, just natural crystal like this. And if you put your iPhone on it, you can take pictures and you might capture some of the beans. And she showed examples. Let me just put it on here for a second. I didn't plan on doing this, so.
That hasn't been machined or interfered with.
Yeah,
I'm just sharing a
agree.
little
Now,
bit how I was mind
for
blown.
all the people in this chat, okay?
Oh, it's out there, Urine Stash, but it's something cool to listen to. Right here, this guy, Ron, when he does shows with her, they're pretty far out there. But this episode scared me too. I'll show you some of her images that she captured through the crystal, allegedly. She tells you what kind of crystals to get.
This particular one,
oh yeah, she might.
harkens back to some of the feline creatures, which are the ones that look more like cat type people. Mainly because of the nose, look like a kitty type nose, and then if the bit of the ears that we see is a bit of a fluffy ear going on there, and that fluffy ear is a lot of. When you start seeing many hundreds of pictures, which there are hundreds of them. And hundreds of them. When you start them, you kind of are able to categorize the race of these thousands of beings that are out there. Which race do we think they come from? So we're not always 100% sure. There's two that have come through recently that looked at, gosh, I don't know where you. So we're going to be asking the community to see if someone has seen something or a lot of authors out there, they might know which star system they come or what types of beings are.
Now, you can call this, oh, well, Beverly just said it, so now you're seeing it, right? But I'll be honest with you, this is very much a big cat's nose here, like a like a, you know, a big proper cat. I'm not being funny. If you follow, can you see my little cursor moving around? Can you see that?
I can't put it, but I'm sure.
Okay. I'm looking, if you look here, you look like a lot of, and that is super cat-like as well. Yeah. Again.
And the eyebrows as well, you know, the way that the kitties, the eyebrows, small kitties and big kitties, you know.
Think Thundercats. In the
Thundercat, it's totally Thundercat.
If you've ever seen Thundercats, think Thundercats. So that this is super intelligent stuff from Beverly, and then nerd input. I understand it's a weird balance, probably for the internet, but this is what it's a freaking awesome balance. Because when it looks like Panthera or Pantera from Thundercats.
Panthera.
Yeah, I think it's a good one. So they're not. I think when you put some contrast on them, because the pictures that I've provided are literally just as they come out the phone, which is
I'm just
not
doing a
very
little
great.
sample of this shit.
There's no sort of major contrast, and seeing it with a contrast on it now, it's really much nicer.
Well, I'm gonna do one more thing, which is take you through a cycle.
I'm trying to see if this is the one where she talked about the grays and all that. No, I think one before it. I only just found this. I started nerding out on it. Maybe it's number 3.
Welcome, viewers, and huge thank you to Beverly Rose.
We talk about trauma, right? And we talk about people who go through traumas, gaining gifts, getting enlightened, seeing things, all the rest. Birth, to me, is a built-in guaranteed trauma if you're having a baby. And it's not like, it's not it's not what we usually refer to as trauma. But if you imagine what the body goes through, what you're doing, the pain, all of this feels like nature's guaranteed trauma. Do you think that because of the pain and the suffering and the fact that it's new life being brought in, do you not think that almost by design, humans given an opportunity on Earth, if we have a better understanding of realm to.
So the one I just put on is our people, off-world life, power, and paranormal review.
Is almost a path.
And the guy that I like working with Beverly is him, Ron John. And last night when he was on with her, he showed his clips of using the spirit box and how they were arguing with each other. One wanted to eat his face, one said his soul was protected, and then it shot across the graveyard or wherever he was outside, and he captured it on film. And then I was afraid to sleep because they started talking about aliens. All right, enjoy, nerd out, like it if you like. I was digging it. But they are live right now with Atwood. But again, this one who's on part of Sean Atwood's channel, he has like a podcast channel. He gets way deeper with this kind of shit with her. So I know Stash. We used to. But anyways, I'm gonna go totally nerd out there. Once, and he has quite controversy. So you know about this? I only just found it. I found it a little interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I was given the pain at childbirth. I ain't never gonna forget that. I don't have no childbearing hips, damn it. Yeah, so we have options. I'm gonna go over there. Get back to my screen. Hell. My battery's out on my earbuds, so I have to go switch them back. Did you see? Oh, I totally love that stuff. No, but I saw that like a month ago about that. Was there a new conversation about the UFOs? Watching something last in the ocean, so I'm gonna see that. But this woman talks about the other planets, and it gets so crazy. I can't even believe it. I was just mind blown last night and scared. Traitors. Used to feel like it. Screw that. Okay, I think I got enough links that you guys can sample it. I kind of just wanted to give you a little brief summary about their content. I just found I don't know about them. I still have more to catch up on. I want to watch previous episodes. I got to watch it. Chloe, is there a case right now? Isn't there going on? I feel like I've seen the name come up in my feed with court, like trial. Aren't they in trial right now? Might all the way up. Is that the one you mean? Oops, I looked at end by accident. Huh. I'm interested in that, Luca. Hope I said that right. Oh, is that the one near you, Jody? Is that the one you've been watching? Maybe I should check that out. I need a good case. There was nobody that done it better than Grizzly. She did such good coverage of the Madeline case and the Steven Stern stuff. She is good. And I like Rex. Y'all coming with me to pick up the kiddo for. Oh, don't worry, I just been trying to end a couple times. No, but she does it brilliantly. Her chat's just it's so smooth. It might go fast because she has so many people viewing, but it's just there's some sort of flow and like good energy there, if that makes sense. It's like positive. It feels like a good spot to watch the news and just the way she lays it out. No nonsense. I don't know. She's good. Some kids are getting off the bus and they're kind of like dancing and you might hear them. My neighbor's kids. I was into the husband's burn pile. That's over, but okay, that one's in your area too. Wow. Maybe I'll check that out. But I'm totally gonna go over to the weird one that I just told you about. for right now. I'll wind it because I also still have to catch up on all our other stuff. I got to learn about the aliens and stuff. Okay. I don't know if any people are going live. If you want to put it in here, you can. If you have anything scheduled, you can share y'all's links if you like. Feel free, or ask somebody. Drop it. Drop a lot. I'm about the Great Awakening. You don't got to be a bush whore here. Come out of bushes. Oh, I think this lady can make anyone think twice with aliens. This lady got all the races in Earth and legit races. About the reptilian stuff, which I was never really into, but she's like, all right, I can't even explain it. It's just, I'm mind blown. I don't want to have reptilian DNA, damn it. I don't want to be told about reptilian, but it went into depth about the RH negative stuff, all the stuff that Team Rose would love to. I gotta show her this lady. It's my next goal. Hey, I have tried sometimes 5 to 7 times to write in my own damn chat, and YouTube blocks me. I'm like, you're telling me that I can't write in my own damn chat? This chat. I've been told 30 times in a row, and it makes me so angry. Like, how many formulations of a sentence do I have to get my words out? Because you don't want it. You have a lot of black words. Oh, you are? And she read up last night, Jody, then this Great Awakening stuff about how the aliens, specifically in the past, allegedly target or keep a better eye on RH negative. They went over the reasons why. And people that have been allegedly abducted in the past, brought back or whatever, in all the countries from Africa to here, there's often a connection with the RH negative. They talked about all that last night too. Heard it out on this stuff. You're AB positive? Oh, you're RH negative. Wow. You're after the negative blood, I guess. The negative factor. I can't remember the reasons though. As I said, I just found this stuff. Oh, thanks, sweet Melissa. Oh, you have AB too? Well, thank God people that donate, because I wouldn't be here if people didn't donate blood, that's for sure. I'd be done, not even here on this panel. I'd be croaked. Oh, B. O positive. Orange, O positive. I'm kind of glad aliens like RH negative or any of the negative. I'm just glad about that. I'm not gonna lie, I did check out my window maybe once when I was in bed last night. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I think I'll stop talking now. I'll hit my music. I want to go to the bird show. Look it down. I'll probably see you somewhere. I'll put this on for a bit. You know, look ourselves. Oh man. Yep, you're right, Jody. I'll see you later. Thanks for the fun parts of this. I'm sorry about the other parts that are horrible. But I mean, it is what it is. It's what he did to somebody. And he needs to pay for it. And that's what I think of that. So I'll try to stay more current on this shit and figure out what I'm doing on this platform. And I'll see y'all later, and you have fun.
There's a monster under my bed, and at my window there's a dragon. I accepted the challenge, it turned me into a savage. I broke a promise to myself again. I don't know why I am so vulnerable. They try to help, but I won't let them in. I guess rock bottom's where I'm comfortable. Both my feet planted when most people would have panicked. I embraced the storm. I found beauty in what was damaged. I'm not afraid of the boogeyman. Instead I look at him like he's a friend. There's not a monster out there in the world that's scarier than the one that's within. There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
Not say this no, but I'm hated so. My religious freaks say I'm the biggest beast and that I made it grow. When I spray this flow, I created mo. Creatures are like when I heat up the mic, I'm a breed of the night, but I'm tainted though. By the darkness I'm binded, I sparked it and shined it. They find it cause mine is whoa. But that they label me a demon seed. Wanna disable me to see them bleed. Hinder me fatally and see them grieve, no. You would not believe the creature inside me. If you deceive, Khalifa's lively. We disagree when people defy me or try to take his. Whatever the fuckery toward them, you don't wanna break this. You forsake his with a sacred, then it's over no matter what your faith is. I'm a creature.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
I managed to get myself in trouble, all of this pain. Yeah, I'm down in the dope, dose of liquor's always to blame. If I could keep myself sober, I keep my hands to myself. I take a shot and it's over, that's how I end up in hell. I hope I don't pass it down to my offspring. They get everything from their daddy, feel like I'm addicted to all things. There's no reason to change, gone too far now. And I'm stuck in my ways, back at the bar now. They say I'm a flirt and they right, I ain't perfect, alright. So when I'm thirsty, I'm perking and purposely searching for something that's hurting me so. I just can't pack up and go, I just back out of it slow. That's how it go, I like to back out the hole. What next like I don't know. I think they be laughing at me, hands be grabbing at me. Feel like God let it happen till we dab it blasphemy. And these be a dab it naturally. I think I better let it go. Either that or I gotta let it know. And I can't do that.
There's a creature in my closet. I can hear him rumbling around. The demon screaming in the distance creates such a humbling sound. The monster that's outside my window, he's like family to me now. The things that people are afraid of never let me down.
See you later. I'm going to watch Aliens.